Well, Clay, a real well-rounded game for the Panthers today. Offense, defense.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they had a little momentum in that first drive in which they had. They made that unforced turnover, and we just took advantage of that. Obviously, they were dealing with some backup linemen and backup quarterbacks. We have to take advantage of that. Offense, kind of got out to a fast start, and they did a good job. Kind of holding them until the third quarter. That's when the offense really erupted, and then defense made them one-dimensional. And we could, really get after them. So I think it was a fun game to be a part of, a good win in which we needed after two tough losses. So hopefully we can take this momentum forward because we got a quick turnaround on Thursday with Seattle, and we're going to need as much momentum and good play and mistake-free ball as we can have.
And you guys are back to 500. This is a division where anybody can still, it's still wide open.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, obviously, you keep tabs of those in front of you with, Minnesota and the Bears. But, I mean, I don't think we're too many games behind. And, we need to get these wins now because, we dropped some of these close ones to some tough opponents. And, we're past the halfway mark, so we got to get these wins now. So, obviously, it was a big one today with an uncommon opponent. But, Seattle's going to be a tough one as well. Obviously, an NFC opponent where we've had some good games, some good battles with them. And, playing on the roads, not going to be an easy task. So, if we can get this one, 2 games in 5 days or whatever it is, that'd be huge moving forward and hopefully a turning point for our season.
You're a veteran for a long time, and now you they look to you for advice. Where do you get the inner fortitude day in and day out with the bumps and the bruises to, one, play your game, and two, raise your teammates up to get fired up week in and week out?
Yeah, well, I think it's just a mindset. You look at the guys who have been doing it for, upwards of 10 years. They're doing something right, and it's the way they approach kind of, their routine day in and day out, whether it's taking care of their body, getting their film work in, their sleep, the way they eat. Their habits are they're in alignment. So, you just hope the rookies can kind of see that, the young guys can see that and follow their lead. Because I did the same thing with, obviously, Aaron was still a younger quarterback, but took care of himself. Guys like, Charles Woodson and Tremont. So, you just watch the way in which they go about business, and hopefully they follow suit. Because obviously there's a lot of distractions in this league, especially as a rookie. But the best thing you can do is just put business first and understand that the happiness it comes from success, and then you can celebrate in the off season and whatnot. So it's just understand that it is a business, understand what's being asked of you, and making plays and having fun.
And who are your mentors? Who are the guys that really helped you?
Well, growing up in a football family, obviously, I came into the league and understood what was required of me and what was being asked of me, especially with us giving up some draft picks and to trade up for me. So I knew it was going to be what was asked of me. And, obviously having my father play in the NFL for a while, uncle, grandfather, kind of just felt like it was business as usual as opposed to, being caught up in, the fandom or the money or whatever it is that was thrown your way. So, I felt like those obviously were my best mentors. And then like I had mentioned before, coming in here and seeing the likes of Donald Driver and Charles Woodson, how they hung around the facilities and put in extra work, weren't in a rush to get home, and we're always putting in the extra time. And those guys made a real impact, not only on this team but within the league.
I heard you're building a house. Is Allstate going to let you have insurance? You and Aaron mess up that thing.
State Farm. Yeah, building a house, it's kind of scary because those California wildfires got real close to it, but fortunately, the firefighters and just with, some good luck, my house was unharmed. Those are my parents. It was a mandatory evacuation. It was pretty scary. I mean, growing up, there's always those fires, but they're always, you see them, but they're never close. But this was the closest it's ever been and one of the worst ones as well. So, as I've continued to say, our thoughts are with everyone back in Southern California and, the tragedy that everyone's going through, and hopefully they can keep braving it out, and hopefully the weather permits and the resources allow us to or allow them really to put this fire out, because it's bad news back home.
Thank you for your time, and best of luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.